To my podcast about sports, about sports.
Bop, bop. Welcome to the tailgate. Howdy, ads. How's everybody doing? The season is almost here, Corey. We are one episode away from our game one preview, baby. The game one preview is on Tuesday.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
First of all, today's episode is brought to you by Pacini Tax Group. If you have problems with the IRS, call PTCG for help. Experienced, passionate, dedicated tax attorney. Visit the website at PaciniTaxGroup.com or call the office at 210-420-9586. Don't forget to email us at agstailgate@gmail.com. Visit us on the YouTube. Subscribe. Leave us some comments, so on and so forth. Today's rundown, we're going to go game by game prediction on the Aggie season. And next week we'll do the UTSA preview, maybe some win-loss over-unders for some SEC teams. Big news before we get started.
Big news.
Big news. SEC has announced that in 2026 they're going to the 9-game conference schedule.
Yep.
That's huge. Kind of what we were wanting, right?
Right.
We like the fact that they're going to be able to keep three rivalry games in the way they're going to do this, and then basically 6 teams that you play every other year. That I think that's awesome. You get to see the entire SEC
Right.
every other year, and you get to go home and away every 4 years. I mean, that's pretty dang good.
Pretty good.
So awesome news. Great job, SEC. Way to make the right choices for your fans. For your fans. I love it. I love it.
Love it. Love it.
The other thing I'll bring in before we go to the games is this offense has been looking very good, very explosive in practice. Now, we know that's one of 2 things. Either the offense is really good or the defense is really bad.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
or both. But honestly, this is what I'm telling you. Marcel has been an absolute stud, and this is his team. So just keep that in mind as all this conversation takes place today. Be careful what you think about this offense because it's going to be explosive.
How does the O-line look? The O-line look good?
O-line looks deep. They
Deep?
look better.
Like it?
They're connected.
Connected?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
And
They stay good and healthy. I think the whole team just be good.
they need
We should
health
always-
is important, of course. Ashton Bethel Johnson continues to make some moves in the wide receiver room. I think he's going to be a consistent threat on the field for us this year. Big play guy.
Really?
He's not going to be the guy that catches the most passes or anything like that. He's going to be a big play guy for you.
You think he's going to go like PT?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, lots of PT.
Okay.
Will Lee has been absolutely dominant at one quarterback spot.
Who's he been shutting down?
Everybody.
Really?
Everybody. The dude looks excellent. Excellent. And a lot of good things being said about Des Ricks in his second year in the system. One of the concerns that I have with Des has always been his ability to be physical out there, right? He gets kind of manhandled with size a little bit. But they're saying he's really done a good job of improving his technique and getting better. We'll see, right? That second corner spot's got a lot of competition. That's going to be one of the big positions, I think, for this defense to figure out how that rotation goes.
Yeah.
Whether it's him, Humphrey, Thomas, Shaw, all those guys, right? I mean, there's a whole group of them, right? And we'll see how those reps are split, but I think he's going to be getting in the mix.
I just got a question. If the offense is looking so good and the defense is getting burnt, who's looking bad on the defense?
Yeah, I think
Lee's looking good, so it's not him. So is it one of the other cornerbacks, the safeties, the linebackers, the D line?
well, sometimes I think you can just have like big time plays, right? Like receivers making big plays.
It's just they were just better than the other person. Is all you're saying?
Maybe so, yeah.
Okay. So I mean, the defense isn't bad. It's just the offense is that good.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. I mean, the defense is like top 10 in the nation. Offense is like top 5.
I don't know if we're gonna go top 10 in the nation, but sure.
All right.
All right. So Corey, as you can see, is having his morning coffee, man. Is that great? Oh, my boy's energetic. We're here together, man, for this podcast.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good one.
We're hurting a little bit today, guys.
I don't know about that. We woke up at the lake today. All right. Woke up at the lake today. We're going to do a whole day of football and boating. It's excellent. Excellent deal. All right, Corey.
Whole day of football.
Uh, let's start with UTSA. Look, UTSA 7-4 last year.
Yeah.
Um, their offense was pretty good, 33 points a game, 27th in the country. Their defense, not so much. 30 points a game, 102, 102nd in the country. But so when you look at this game, everybody's gonna sort of think, well, man, this is a cupcake, man. This is a gimme game. Don't worry about it. But I'm gonna tell you, UTSA is not a bad team, and if you don't show up, they can put you in a bad position.
They still have the same coach?
They still have the same coach, and their quarterback is Owen McCowan,
Who?
nephew,
Of?
former Aggie quarterback,
Who?
McCowan.
Okay.
Um, actually, and they had better career. His dad had a better career than the Aggie McCowan, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's a good quarterback. We'll see where this defense is. This offense for UTSA will test this defense, and they're a balanced attack. They run the ball. They throw the ball pretty well. So it's going to be a situation where this defense we're gonna know a little bit about this defense after week one, you know?
Okay. Sound like I already heard something about him in practice. I'm not like it.
Former LSU running back, by the way, John Emery is also a part of that team. A guy that was a very highly recruited guy.
He's at UTSA?
He's at UTSA.
I didn't know that.
He's at UTSA. And so, you know, they've got some pieces out there. Like I said, the quarterback's a good player. The running back should they be able to match up against this Aggie defense? No, they shouldn't physically, especially up front. But we know that's part of the question, right? What does this new front do for Texas A&M?
Yeah.
You know, and so
I mean, the Aggies don't lose these kind of games. We don't lose the App States and stuff like that.
you know, I think
Right. Is that what we're saying?
I mean, when you say we don't,
Oh,
I mean,
nah,
okay, under Mike Elko, we don't yet.
that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good point. Look, whatever this offense does to the A&M defense, I think number one, that's a good test in week one. I like the fact that that's going to be a good test for that defense in week one. Okay,
Yeah.
I want Mike Elko to have the opportunity to see something for that defense and make some adjustments if necessary going into week two.
What was week one last year? Notre Dame?
Yes,
So, I mean, yeah, that's a big difference.
yeah.
So, what do you see in the score being?
But
UTSA.
the
30?
thing about whether or not whatever this defense does, I think that the reason I feel very comfortable here is that this offense is going to score a lot of points against this horrible defense, right?
Whose defense is horrible? UTSA?
Yes,
Aren't they really horrible?
they're horrible.
They got some players in the NFL. They had a safety that was highly drafted.
I don't know if you heard the first stat, but last year they gave up 30 points a game, which was 102nd in the country.
That coach is one of the coaches we wanted at A&M.
It is,
So?
it is, but apparently not really though.
I don't know
So
what that means. Not really. It is, but not really.
they do have Shad Banks though, he plays linebacker. He was recruited at A&M as a receiver, and then went to TCU before we even started, right?
I guess.
So, all I'm saying is we're gonna score points in this game.
All right.
All right. If you ask me,
Is there a spread on it?
this is a win, and I'm calling the score 36-17. 36-17. I do think the defense gives up some things. I think this offense is capable enough to score some points. We know there's going to create some issues there. 36 points, and partially because of the fact that some of our guys ain't playing in the fourth quarter.
All right. Well, I could see that. I'm thinking more of like a 43-24 type game.
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
think UTSA's offense is better than we're giving them credit for. They're going to score some points, especially in the end of the game.
Yeah,
I think we'll get up big by halftime. I mean, we could be up 34-35 to 7 at half.
I could. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could very much see that. But I do think it's still a pretty comfortable win.
Yeah.
The spread, I don't know. I think the spread's about 3 touchdowns, so I don't know if they're going to cover the spread or not.
Yeah, I don't know if I touch that. What's the over under? You have anything on that?
No, I don't have it yet.
Okay.
So we both agree that's going to be a pretty comfortable win. Offense really shows out a little bit. Utah State in week 2. Look, this is kind of that bye week in front of Notre Dame, right?
Yeah.
They're 4-8 last year. They did score 31.9 points a game, but they gave up 37.8. They knew it. They got a new quarterback. They lost their 1,000-yard back, right? Entire new offense, basically. Entire new defense and tons of transfers. So the one thing that they've gotten is they've gotten older. So there are a lot of juniors and seniors on that team, but they haven't played together, right? They haven't played together. I think this is maybe. I mean, this could easily be the worst beating we give out this year.
What you got? What score?
I'm thinking it's a win, and I'm gonna go 45-10.
Okay. I mean, I think we'll score more than that. I think we're gonna ramp it up, get it to about 58 to 17. I watched that Utah State team. That coach likes to sling it around over there.
Yeah,
So he's creative on offense, just doesn't have the talent. So I think we'll
yeah.
get a lot of options on short fields.
Well, and maybe Samford is the worst team we played. I don't know, Utah
You
State.
say Sanford
I
or
said
Stan?
Stanford.
Okay, okay.
They're probably worse than Utah State, but it's a toss up.
Mm.
So in this game, what I would be looking for is one, Marcel and that offense putting points on the board every time they have the ball in their hand.
Well, I want to see that every year, every game,
Every time.
every time.
Two, can we get some of the backups in to get some reps? Because we need to continue to develop the talent behind these guys,
Yeah, we'll get
right?
I,
Second half.
yeah, third quarter. Yeah.
And three, what have you seen at this point with our defense? With our defense, especially up against the run, right? In
Hmm.
the first 2 games, what have we seen from our defense? Have we seen any changes? Have we seen any schematic changes through that process, right?
Well, that's the thing we're seeing in the first 2 games is the coaches are making adjustments from last year
Yeah.
to this year because it's something we talked about. Klein should have done a better job. Elko in defense. I mean, what did you say we were in quarterback rush rate? We were way down there.
Oh yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, we got a bit better. We had too much talent not to.
yeah. So those are the things we're looking for. Obviously a win. And then it gears you up to go to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Okay? To Notre Dame, who obviously last year was in the national championship game. They were 14-2 overall. They're
Way overrated, weren't they?
not overrated at
Who did
all.
they get beat by?
36 points a game they scored. That was 10th in the nation. They gave up 15.5 points a game. That defense was absolutely phenomenal last year. We saw it against the Aggies. They absolutely dominated the Aggies defensively. Uh, fifth in the nation. Look, that offense has got a new quarterback in CJ Carr. They've announced that starter, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be based on the run game and that offensive line, right? They're
Yeah.
going to put that coach is smart enough to know I've got a young coach,
Short
a young
game.
quarterback.
Yep.
We're gonna run the ball, play
Yep.
defense, and let him make plays, but without much pressure on, him, right? That's what they're gonna try to do.
Right. And with our D line being younger, or not as they're not young so much. They're a bunch of new guys. They just haven't played together much.
Yeah. You know,
I mean, this game makes me nervous because I think Notre Dame's gonna be able to do what they want to on offense with running the ball because
yeah.
they have Love back there running the ball, right?
Yeah.
And he's good. He's a big guy. I
He's
mean,
good.
he runs between the tackles, outside the tackles.
1,100 yards and 17 touchdowns last year.
Yeah.
Um, Look, everybody thinks he's the best running back in the country. A lot of people do.
I don't know. I didn't say he's the best, but
A lot of people do though.
yeah, I mean, he's up there.
Look, I think I think here's where this key comes in, right? And the defense lost Morrison, the cornerback, Watt, safety, linebacker, Kaiser, Mills, defensive line, Croft. A lot of the pieces on the inside of that defense, right down the middle of that defense.
Right.
And look, they've got talent out there. They've got players, but can you change, in 1 year, come back and just replace that whole center of that defense that you just lost NFL talent from and be better? I think.
Are you talking about Notre Dame?
Yeah. I think Notre Dame, that's going to be, to me, that's where this game changes this year than last year. One, I think this game's going to be a little bit higher scoring than it was last year.
I don't think so.
I think it's going to be a little bit higher scoring than it was last year.
I disagree with you.
And two, I think it's our offense that really has to step up to win this game. I think they're going to have to make plays to win this game. I expect them to, by the way. I expect them to. I think we have the ability to run the football with our backs in our offensive line, but this year we have the additional potency in the passing game and the playmaking game with Marcel Reed.
Do we?
Marcel Reed.
You're basing all this off of practice?
I'm basing off everything that I've seen in Marcel Reed in the last 2 years.
Are you?
Yes, I am. 100%.
So where are we better than Notre Dame at? Just tell me, in the trenches? Are we better? I mean, because I can't say our D-line. If you're talking about them losing all their people in the middle, we lost our damn near entire defensive line.
That's what worries.
That was all.
That's what worries me in this game is their ability to run the football.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game because I think Notre Dame's going to get the ball, run the ball, and if Elko's smart, he's going to have to take his foot off the gas because if not, he's just going to hand the ball back over to Notre Dame 3 and out.
Sure,
and then they're going to run the ball, and our defense will stay on the field the whole game.
But not if you score.
Depth is a problem on our D-line.
Not if you score.
I'm just saying.
Not if you score. Right? That's the whole thing. If you score,
well, Notre Dame, this will be like
you put pressure on them, wanting to put their quarterback and keep their quarterback safe. If you can start scoring points, now you're going to force them to have to throw the football.
So is this Notre Dame team the most talented team we play all year, you think?
No. I don't think so. I think you're probably still talking about Texas.
All right. Well,
go overall ahead. Talent.
What do you got?
I think we're going to go to Notre Dame and win this game. I think it's going to be 28-21.
Okay. I don't think so. But
all right, what do you got?
I think Notre Dame's going to win like 24-20. It's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be like kind where we have a chance at the end, but I just haven't seen enough out of Marcel. I think he's still growing, and I'd love to say the Aggies win. I'd love to see him win, but honestly, I'd probably take Notre Dame.
I don't know what you haven't seen out of Marcel.
Notre Dame's at home. Notre Dame's at home.
Says that. Go watch the Auburn game, which we lost.
I want to see even more consistency in his passing, his throws, his short yardage. I want to see the receivers be able to get some separation. I'm not saying it's all Marcel.
It's not all Marcel.
It's not all Marcel. I'm just saying you're saying it's all Marcel. I'm saying it's not all Marcel.
Well,
I got a bunch of receivers I don't know anything about right now. Are you talking about practice? I'm like,
listen, I think we're more explosive at the receiver position for sure.
You can say that. I want to see it. I just want to see it.
Oh, well, go watch KC Concepcion in his freshman year at NC State, man. Go watch that. And you go tell me that kid is not a player.
Well, it's not about him being a player. It's about him having.
You tell me that Terry Bussey's not a freaking player.
I saw Bussey last year. They couldn't get him the ball.
He showed up on campus and they put him on defense, and a week later he's on offense, and now you're expecting him to be the number one.
I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is this is the first offseason he's had as a wide receiver of this program.
I'm just saying.
Wait for it.
I'm waiting. I've been waiting for years watching these Aggies.
So I'm calling it win. At Notre Dame, you saying the loss. All right, keep going with that. Yeah. Then we get a bye.
Yep.
A very important bye at that time.
Yeah.
If it's your scenario, that's gonna be a physical game with Notre Dame.
That's what I'm saying.
100%.
I agree.
You get a great point for a bye, and then you get Auburn at home.
Yeah.
Auburn coming off a 5-7 season.
Yeah.
They scored 27.8 points a game, 71st in the country. They gave up 21.3, that's 28th. Their offense was really leaning on their defense last year, you know?
Yeah.
That team went 5-7 because their defense gave them a chance.
Okay.
Not the offense, right?
Right.
This is Hugh Freeze, the quarterback whisperer,
Wait,
whatnot,
did we
right?
beat Auburn this year?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, that's a good point.
Thanks.
They lose their 1,200-yard rusher and Hunter,
All right.
but I think potentially improve at quarterback with Jackson Arnold, right?
Do they?
I mean, he wasn't good at Oklahoma
Let's
last year.
say, do they?
He was horrible at Oklahoma last year.
Yeah.
But then you go back and look at that Oklahoma team. If you spend any time thinking about that Oklahoma team, they lost all their wide receivers. They lost, I mean, into injury during the season. All their offensive line basically was out. Like their offensive coordinator should never have been hired. I mean, they were horrible offensively around Jackson, and he still managed to maintain. He didn't turn the ball over a bunch. You know, there were some decent things he did through that process. He looked horrible. Don't get me wrong, but he didn't have any help.
He did a lot of decent things.
He
but
didn't
looked
have
horrible.
any help.
I like that.
So I just want to bring that up.
So you're saying he's better than the quarterback they used to have?
Yes.
How?
Because Peyton Thorne was a joke. The only person Peyton Thorne could complete a pass against was the A&M defense, all right?
Well,
He did
that's
that.
true.
So, but you know, we know about the weapons at Auburn and
Where's
the
this
wide
game at?
receiver game. It's in Kyle Field.
Oh, okay. Enough said. Go ahead.
All right, you don't have any concerns about the secondary against this group of wide receivers?
Secondary's our strength.
I agree.
Our strength. We just talked about Will Lee. I mean, you haven't talked about the rest of the guys. I mean, we got that's our
We
NFL.
talked about Des Riggs. We talked
That's
about
our NFL prospects. I mean, I could see half of those
Humphrey.
guys or more going in the NFL.
Agree. Anderson and Ratcliffe and Brooks on the back end as well. We haven't even talked about Chappelle.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I do think
if I have to worry about our secondary against a team like Auburn, then our season's over.
I think this may be one of those places where we see what our pass rush really looks like.
Yeah.
Right? This is the first game where we have to see where that pass rush really is this year. Cassius Howe, Kennedy,
Well,
Penbud.
I just hope that the Notre Dame game,
Seriously.
I'm wrong about our D-line holding up against that running game because I think it might be a recipe other coaches are going to look at and they can't stop anybody in the trenches.
Look, I'll tell you this.
They can't stop anybody in the
Notre
trenches.
Dame will be, this is a fact, will be the best rushing offense we face all year.
Well, if
That's
they
gonna be
beat
the
us
best
and
group.
they hold it and they handle us, we're going to be like, oh,
Everybody else could try that, and they may not be as successful because nobody else that we face this year has got a better rushing attack than Notre Dame.
yeah. I mean, I agree.
Offensive line and tailback combined.
I don't know. Texas is going to be pretty good at running.
Texas is replacing 4 of their offensive line. Do they have tailbacks? Yes, they're good.
Yeah,
And
they got
they
tailbacks.
have talents there, sure, but that's not the same offensive line you're going to see from Notre Dame. The Notre Dame's going to be physical and ready to go. That's going to be your most physical up front.
Yeah.
That you're going to see.
I agree with you.
I think, in my opinion. But here with Auburn, they lost their big time rusher. They got all these weapons. I think Hugh Freeze is he's itching to just air this bitch out. You know what I mean?
You think so?
I think so.
I think Hugh Freeze is a pretty good coach. I've liked him everywhere
I
he's
don't
gone.
think he's that good of a coach, but
that's
we'll see. We'll see this year.
I mean, he did great at Ole Miss before he got in trouble.
He did.
He did great at Liberty before he came to where the hell he's going now, Auburn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, where's he a bad coach at?
Well, I mean,
You just don't
when
like
you
the
say
way-
great,
you don't
when
like
you
the
say
way-
great,
Did you have a problem with this? I mean,
No.
the stuff he had problems with was off the field.
I don't care about that. I'm talking about his on-field performance. On-field performance since he's been at Auburn, for example.
Well, I mean, Auburn, he's just now, what's his third year or fourth year? I don't remember, but I'm just saying, well, this is usually where they make the turn.
We'll see. We'll see. Look, defense was a strength last year. They're now very young in the secondary.
Yeah.
They lost their top 4 tacklers and their defensive tackles in the middle. Once again, another team that lost a lot up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I think once again we're going to score some points, and I think this is a theme that you're going to see is going to become very prominent throughout the season.
See,
and my predictions.
I'm not as optimistic on our offense as you are. I think they're going to be good. I'm not convinced yet until I see it. the quarterback throw the ball to our wide receivers that I don't know our wide receivers.
See, you're like the little bitches at Texas,
And I
right?
appreciate the
I haven't seen
I
it
appreciate
yet.
the compliment.
I haven't seen
Well,
it
but
yet.
if you don't see it with your own eyes, you just want me to believe it because you said it was true.
I've
Marcel Reed is that good. You're making
I've
him sound
seen-
like Johnny Football 2.0. He's not Johnny.
That's the season I'm expecting.
No, you're well.
Not you can't go quite Johnny. Johnny
Yeah,
was
that's the way you're acting. Like, hey, man, you see Marcel? You see that move? That's Johnny-esque. No, it's not
we're
Johnny-esque.
gonna bring that down just a little to Johnny status right here. We don't want to bring it to the Johnny status.
I think right
Just
now he's more of a Kellen Mond status.
Well,
And that's not bad.
And I understand what you're saying, what he's accomplished.
We want him to be a manager, or we want him to be a superstar where he has to do everything himself.
I think
Johnny did everything himself. And with
really?
Mike, well, he
Mike
had Mike.
Evans, Ryan Swope, that offensive line.
But Johnny didn't run around for an hour in the backfield for them to get open.
He also had a lot of time back there.
Yeah, I mean, he had better. Those guys were going to the pros.
This is not a show about Johnny. The point is this.
We should bring Johnny on. Johnny. Is Johnny here?
Johnny.
No.
Anyway.
He's getting something in the fridge right now.
So, look, getting back to Auburn. Look, you're right. I do expect some things, but it's not because of, practice yet. Look, I saw things in games last year, even the year before when he came in the bowl game. The guy kind of comes in and he's done a great job every time he's been in. He's done a bad situation. He makes big plays. And now to me, with the fact that he's had the whole offseason as the head guy, the lead guy, this is his team. All of a sudden, now you're going to see a more consistent level of production. He's had the production. You sit here and act like the dude hasn't done anything.
I'm not saying he hadn't done anything, but he hadn't done anything to really impress me to put me on this level that you have him on.
Well, he put the team ahead against Auburn to win a game that the defense couldn't hold. He put the team ahead against USC that the defense couldn't hold. Right? I mean, those are things that he's done. He beat the mess out of Florida last year.
He did
in his first start on the road at the Swamp.
All right. I mean,
you know what I mean?
I mean, Zach Calzada
He came in against
Alabama.
LSU
Zach
down.
Calzada beat Alabama, and then what happened?
He came in against LSU down at halftime and freaking led this team to a win against LSU.
So you're not giving the offensive line or the running backs any credit?
No.
That's all I'm hearing.
Don't
That's all I'm
misunderstand.
hearing.
I believe in this offensive line. I believe in this running game. And I think the presence of Marcel's ability to make big plays now amplifies all of it.
Are you talking about big plays? Because I see the feet making the big plays, not the arm yet.
No.
That's the only thing.
75 yards to Thomas last year against Florida. How about that?
Okay, he makes one pass. So nice. That's good. That's what I'm looking for. One pass a year.
That's
I want the consistency.
You will start.
I want consistency. Is what I want.
That's what you're going to get. Okay. Consistently awesome.
All right.
So the prediction on this one.
I think we win this game. I think it's a 2-touchdown win.
To home.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-touchdown. 37-22, some weird 23.
I got 33-17.
Okay.
I like it right there. 33-17.
Okay.
Mississippi State. Mississippi State, 2-10 last year.
They're going to be about the
45.8 points a game, 86 in the country. That's your offensive specialist guru coach, by the way.
Who?
At Mississippi State.
What's his? I don't even know.
Oh yeah, what is his name? He's horrible.
It's not Leach.
No, definitely not.
It's the same guy that
You're two coaches away.
That's what I'm saying.
Golly.
I know. It's
the
not
former offensive coordinator at Oklahoma. What's his name?
I don't know.
Anyway, they gave up 34.1 at 118, so they weren't any better there off defensively.
Terrible on offense, terrible on defense.
Yeah. They're hoping that Blake Shape and the Baylor transfer, who got hurt early last year, makes a big difference at quarterback, right?
I think it'll make a difference, but not a big one.
I agree with you. I think they're going to be a little bit better offensively because of it. If he can stay healthy, by the way.
That team is just so talent deprived. I don't know what they're doing recruiting wise. That they need to either go with somebody else's philosophy on offense.
Levy, by the way, Ted Levy.
Well, they need to go with like a Navy Army offensive mindset where we're just going to keep the ball away from you and run it. And
right, that's the problem. Is Levy's not going to go with his air raid-ish system, right?
They didn't have the talent to do that.
But they're going to run it, right? They're going to run it. They're going to run that system. They're going to try to make the plays but they are going to put it on the shoulders of Blake Shapen, who's an experienced guy. Been there, of course, if he can stay healthy.
Yeah,
I don't look. They don't have the weapons around him to compete in the SEC. But even worse than that, that defense is just going to be horrendous again. I
Are
mean,
they going to finish last in the SEC?
yes, they're going to
Okay.
be last in the SEC.
All right, well, I think we spent enough time on this game.
All right. So what's your prediction?
Oh God, we're going to be close to 50. So let's say 51-13. It's going to mean it's been like that. When like that 2 years ago when we beat them real bad like that.
Now remember, you're going there.
Right.
Does that affect your?
No.
Okay.
The cowbells aren't going to. I don't even know if they're going to ring the cowbells anymore because I think they're annoyed with their whole football program.
I'm going to go 39-14, and I think we've got backups in the fourth quarter in the game.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. I mean, I'm saying like 51-13 sounds good to me. Yeah.
Look, and as we go through this, look, I think Auburn is our most pivotal game. I think that's a pivotal game. You got to go win that game.
Where's that game at?
In Aggie Land at Kyle Field, right?
Oh, we'll win that.
You have to win that.
We'll
I think that's the one that you circle. It's like you can't lose this game. But the game we're about to talk about may be the best game.
I don't know. Let's go. Let's see. Who is it?
Florida.
Yeah.
Last year 8-5, scored 28.3 a game, 64th. They gave up 23.1. That defense was actually pretty good, 44th in the country. And they've got a bunch of those defensive pieces coming back. Look, this offense is all about Lagway, and we've heard it all off season. Is he hurt? Is he healthy? Whatever. This offense is all about Lagway. They got running backs. The offensive line's pretty good, but ultimately they're going to take that next step forward if Lagway's playing, making those big plays that he showed last year. He did have some turnover issues last year. It's not like he was perfect, but his ability to make big plays is what really pushed that offense to that next level. Will they get the production out of the wide receiver group? Some people are really excited about Eugene Wilson in his second year, and then the UCLA transfer Stradivant and the freshman Dallas Wilson, and they're like, well, but Dallas Wilson's never done it in college. Stradivant is at Stanford, right, or UCLA. Like, he didn't have big numbers there, and Eugene Wilson is a second year guy that had basically the numbers that Terry Bussey had last year. So
where's this game at?
This game is at Kyle Field.
This is the kind of quarterback that I think Mike Elko has the talent to shut down.
Okay.
Because I don't think he's a pocket passer. He's going to use his legs. He's mobile. You know what we have? We have Chappelle. We can spy with Chappelle or Scooby.
Yeah.
Because they have the athleticism too. If Scooby overreacts sometimes, that's his problem.
Yeah.
He's not. You can't sit there and watch him for too long. He just needs to get after it.
Sometimes his angles.
Yeah, he'll get. But I think this is the kind of team we beat the crap out of. I'm just telling you right now, I think we match up with them better than most teams. I think Scooby or Chappelle one's going to spy on the quarterback. I don't think he's good enough pocket passer or patience. I think this team won a lot of close games last year.
Yeah.
And this year, those mistakes that they made in those games come back to haunt them. I think the Aggies beat the crap out of them. What did we beat them by last year?
It was a pretty good whooping last year. Yeah.
I think it's going to be about the same this year, to be honest with you.
Like
you said, we're better this year on offense than we were last year. Our defense isn't as good. I don't think this Florida offense is that good.
Look, and the defense lost its top 3 tacklers. They lost players at safety, quarterback, linebacker, defensive line to the NFL. They've got Searcy at A&M, right? Their other defensive end, Piper is at LSU. So can that defense? This is where I think this game changes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that defensive front can hold up against the Texas A&M offense in the ground game in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I think the lines we win, talent we win. The only position our quarterbacks are. I give our quarterback the nod, and I usually wouldn't do that. Lagway, I don't think is bad. I'm not on the Lagway bus like everybody else.
I give our quarterback the nod always. But so what are you predicting? I think it's a 35-28 game. We win it
38-21. I'm saying 17. I think we're gonna roll on this one.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I could definitely see that. We they can't stop our run game. We just start frustrating them, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden they're having to try to make some big plays offensively, and there's some turnovers in
I
there
think
that,
Lagways will make some. If Elko listens to the podcast, he'll know what to do.
yeah, it's true.
You put Scooby or Chappelle, one or the other. They have the athleticism to stop this guy's a spy, and this guy's gonna get frustrated trying to be a pocket quarterback and throw some picks because our secondary is our strength. You get some pressure on him. Don't let him beat you with his legs. You're
Here's,
gonna win
here,
this game easily.
and here's the other thing that I think that in this game, if they can get a 2 touchdown lead, and all of a sudden you're going to get a Florida team that's going to try to put it on the shoulders of Lagway to make big plays,
Mm-hmm.
and you start seeing some of that Elko scheming kind of defense coming on, he's going to start putting some pressure. You have the opportunity for him to make some mistakes and
That's
get
what I'm
turn the
saying.
ball
I
over.
think it's in Kyle Field. It's not going to be quiet.
And Kyle Field. So
Yeah.
this could be, you're right. This could be
I think it's
a
going to be a
14,
nasty.
17 point beat down.
Yeah.
My prediction is a little closer than that.
Yeah.
But
You're wrong a lot. You're
but
wrong a lot.
I like your numbers.
Yeah.
No, I like your numbers. Look, we go after this one. It's another good game to come out. You go to Arkansas now.
Mm-mm.
Go to Arkansas.
It's almost the same type of quarterback play. I think
You know,
I like this quarterback too.
yeah. 7-6 last year. A lot of people don't give them credit, man. They were pretty decent last year.
That record could have been like 10-3 or something. They could have
And they lost their quarterback for a couple of games that hurt them, right?
Yep, Green.
They scored 30 points a game. That's 44th in the country. Gave up 25, 65. Look, this defense, as much as people give, they don't have the same talent as a lot of these other teams in the SEC. And they went 7-6. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
The offense a little bit turnover prone with Taylor Green, right? But I think him in his second year with our boy Petrino, right? I think that's a good combination for Arkansas.
Yep.
The question with that offense is going to be, do they have the weapons around them, right? They've really had to replace a bunch of their receivers and all that stuff. They got a guy, Omega Blake, is a big play guy from Chattanooga, though.
Yeah.
Right? So who are those guys on the outside that are going to make the difference, the difference for those guys? They lost 2 other guys out of their wide receiver room as well. I mean, but like you said, Green is a good quarterback.
He is a good quarterback. He reminds me a lot of Lagway, but this is the type of players we're ramped up to beat. Do they have a good running game?
Yeah, I mean,
do they?
I mean,
Is their O-line as good as it was last year?
I think their O-line has a chance to be better this year.
Well,
who's the running back? Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I'll tell you, the teams that make me nervous are the teams that can run the ball consistently between the tackles. And I'm not worried about Arkansas with this.
This is the thing that worries me with Arkansas is that Elko defenses can have a tendency to struggle against mobile quarterbacks, right? They can give up big plays to mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And so when he gets exotic and things, it creates some gaps for those quarterbacks to run. And Green can do that, right? He can exploit that. He's a guy that can definitely do that.
I think
so
if we can shut down Lagway, I think we can shut down Green. I think this game is it's on the road, might be a little bit closer.
Look, they lost their best defensive player, Landon Jackson, also, who was kind of the heart and soul of that defense.
Yeah.
So can the defensive front hold up against the A&M, offensive line and the running game? I agree with you. Look, I think this is a game that the Aggies should dominate, even on the road.
I think so
at
too.
Arkansas.
Well, I think we're going to be more of a running team, and that's the kind of games you dominate on the road. You run the ball on the road, you play solid defense. The game might not be the blowout you want it to be,
right?
But I think we still win by 10 to 14 points on this game, at least
37-24. That's what I got.
That's a good call. I mean, I'm right there with you.
Here may be the kind of, this may be the game of the year. LSU, at LSU, right? Everybody's big on LSU. It's Nuss, it's, Kelly, it's all this stuff, They got these great receivers and transfers and whatever, right? The best transfer portal class in the country. They were 9-4 last year. They scored 30 points a game. By the way, this is not this like super explosive offense that we're talking about, right? Like this is Nuss and all these guys. No, they weren't. They still don't run the football, right?
Right.
They gave up 24.3. That's 59th in the country. That's not good, right?
No.
So question to me on offense is, are they going to run the football to threaten your defense?
If they don't, they're playing to our strengths. That's like I just said. I mean, our thing that worries me is our trenches on the defensive line. But if they're not going to challenge us there,
Yeah.
I think it's just playing right because our secondary is good. Now the problem is, can we get pressure on Nuss? Because does Nuss worry you as a runner?
No.
So you don't need Scooby in them spine. You need them to get after him.
Well, yeah,
Or
yeah,
York or somebody
Right,
or Howell, somebody off the edges.
And-
If you try too many tricks, I don't see why you need tricks against this kind of offense. Just
And-
get after him, make him get rid of the ball.
this
Let your
was
secondary.
last year maybe the best adjustment we made defensively. I think everybody talks about the offense and what happened when we went from Connor to Marcel in that
Yeah.
game, which was huge, right?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But defensively, they also figured out like this team's not going to run on you. They're not even going to try. And they started putting pressure on us like a son of a gun.
That's what you got to do. I think that's the right thing to do. And I think with that being said, it's the Aggie offense. I'm not sure about this LSU defense. Perkins, I like a lot, but I haven't heard much about him this year. Is he still hurt? Is he
He's
healthy?
back supposedly, right?
I mean, he was a dominant player 2 years ago.
Weeks, the other linebackers considered him better. Like he more like a more
York?
off-ball type linebacker, right?
I gotcha.
He tons of tackles last year. He was really good.
But how's the defensive line?
No, I don't.
They always
think
have talent. Don't get me wrong.
No, they have to replace the entire defensive line. Now they're doing that with the transfer portal guys. They got to replace half the secondary. I mean, and this was a team that wasn't that good last year defensively. So am I really thinking that they're going to go around and be that much better this year? I don't think so. I think this defense still struggles. And
This game's at Happy.
not only that,
In Baton Rouge.
in Baton Rouge though.
That's
In
gonna be
Baton
a problem.
Rouge, where the Aggies
Wow.
have-
Is it a night game? Do we know what time the game?
We don't, but you can imagine it will be.
That's not going to help.
But they're replacing 4 out of the 5 offensive linemen as well.
I understand.
Guys that got drafted,
I
high
understand.
drafted, right? This is where I think that ultimately the Aggies still do something they've never done in the SEC, and that's go to LSU and win at LSU. This is the year.
I mean, I think that we can win this game. This is on teeter on another loss. It's going to be right this because they're playing at home. Just weird shit happens. You remember that game at Kyle Field where it was like 90
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I mean, I'll take A&M in a. I mean, it's going to be a dogfight. It doesn't matter if we're the more talented team. If we were still on neutral field, I'd say we win by 10 to 12 points. If we're there at Baton Rouge, oh man, I'm going to say it's going to be high scoring 45-44 Aggies.
I like it 41-38.
Oh, yeah. 45. And I'm just throwing numbers out of math. I'm just thinking,
Yeah.
how many possessions do you get? Who's stopping who?
Yeah. No,
But I mean, if
I
Elko
think it's gonna be a
listens
great
to
game.
us, I got the formula. Just get pressure on us, play bump and run coverage up front, up tight, and and don't give Nuss. I mean, you do a count 1, 2, 3. If he's not got rid of the ball or is sacked by 3 seconds, and the defense ain't doing something right.
Get Hal and Kennedy off the edges, coming screaming off the edges. Maybe Marco Jones screaming off the edges. Yeah.
I mean, you're going to give up a couple big plays to these guys, but I think in return you're going to make a lot of big plays, and I'm talking turnovers.
Yeah. And I think because they do have, Andersons, both Andersons, they got receivers out there. Those guys are going to make plays.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately you make some plays on your own.
I'm still not sold on Nussmeier, by the way. That's just me.
I like
they're talking about him being a top first round pick next year. I'm not sold.
I like Nuss a lot, actually. And part of the thing to me that LSU has not done well with Nuss is they haven't implemented the run game at all. I wish you'd get a little protection from the run game in that offense, right?
Right.
But after LSU, we get a bye, another well-needed bye, right?
Yep.
I had a good time because coming off of that, we've got to go to Mizzou. To Mizzou, a team that lost a lot. From
quarterback, top receiver, one of the top receivers in the nation.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about their lines.
Both of their receivers, right? Weiss is gone too.
I didn't know. I didn't pay attention.
But they were 10-3 last year, scored 48.9 points a game. That's 56 in the country. They gave them. This team was, with all that offensive talent, this team was really a defense team. Only 20 points a game, 20th in the country.
Didn't the Aggies beat the crap out of them last year?
We absolutely did.
That's what I'm saying.
Connor Wigman's only good game last year.
Well, Connor Wigman's up. Hey, he's a talented guy. the offensive line was still getting put together as Connor was getting beat the crap out of.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. I
mean,
don't know
I
if
think
I'd
you
write
get
that up off the
gunshot. I think
line.
you get gunshot. It is the offensive line.
Not
Um,
last year.
yeah, it was last year. Anyway,
Look, this offense for Mizzou is replacing everyone.
yeah,
Quarterback, they're replacing part of the offensive line, the receivers, the running back. Now, everybody's high on the guy that's coming in to transfer. Ahmad Hardy, the running back that, I mean, he ran big time at ULM last year as a freshman, right? Like 1,500 yards or something as a freshman. And then they're depending on a Penn State transfer quarterback, Purbuta,
I don't know.
which they're still not even, they haven't even named him the starter yet. They're saying they're going to play into the first season.
Well,
That
what
competition.
I read about this Missouri team, this is just me reading
Mhm.
Phil Still and stuff I found on the internet, is they're going to be a ball control offense. They don't have Cook at quarterback anymore. They're going to be handing the ball off, try to stay between the tackles, shorten the game, be a defensive team. Like you said, they had a good
Mhm.
defense last year. So, with that being said, I think the Aggies win this game. Like, I don't even know if they break 30, the Aggies do, because Missouri's on. So, I'm saying like 29-15. It's going to be some weird. It's like a two-touchdown win, but it's a low-scoring game.
Yeah, look,
Unless I see something different.
you're going there, and that's the only thing that really slows me down. But I agree, it's going to be a win for that. The only thing that I question is offensively,
Yeah.
offensively, when the Zoo's got the offense, like you said, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to run the football the best they can, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be a test for this defense,
It
right?
really will be.
Will this defense be able to hold up against the run, or will it let them control the game 5, 6 yards at a time in the run game, run the clock, and allow this to become closer? See what I'm saying?
This comes
And
down to coaching. Elko needs to step up because you have more talent than this team. You need to coach better. Does that make sense?
yeah, and they got to prep to stop the run.
Yeah,
That's
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 what I'm
that's what
saying.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with you.
If you give up a big play in the passing game, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But you can't let them just sit there and
Nope.
just pound you to death,
Nope.
right?
Nope. Because I mean, do they have a receiver that scares you right now?
No.
I mean, you got Lee, Rick. I mean, you got all these guys in the secondary. Man them up. Get as many guys in the box. You know what they're going to do?
You know what they're going to
Make them beat you with his arm.
do. And then on the other side of the ball, their defense is going to be good. By the way, their defense will be good. They lost their best pass rusher. Could they replace him, get pressure? But that defense is going to be pretty good. I'm with you. I think it's still a pretty good beatdown though here. I'm getting the win. I'm gonna go. I don't know, maybe 31-14.
I saw you so quick.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, I told you 29-15 or something. It's gonna
yeah,
be a
you're right
weird,
there.
ugly game.
All right, buddy.
Yep.
This I think maybe the funnest game of the year. South Carolina, but they come to Kyle Field.
No, it's
All
even that's
right.
good.
9-4 last year. They scored 30.5 points a game, 48th in the nation. They only gave up 18 points a game. That is 12th in the nation. This defense was dominant for South Carolina. We saw it in person, right? I mean, they absolutely dominated us
Yeah.
defensively. But this is about Lenoris freaking Sellers.
And that's
Lenoris freaking Sellers.
playing right into our just right the same thing. We talked
Listen,
about the Florida
it didn't
game,
play right into our hands last year.
Arkansas. Well, we're hopefully Elko's listening. Put Chappelle or Scooby wanted to spy that guy. You make him beat you downfield, right? Don't let South Carolina get that running game going because that's probably what they're going to have to do. If they turn into an option team, they might give us problems. But if they depend on Lenore to throw the ball down the field against this defense, I think they're going to be in problems.
Look, they're replacing three on the offensive line.
Yep.
Running back's gone. They may
Yep.
not be getting the transfer running back in. Who knows? Leading receiver at tight end. Yeah, they get some of their wide receivers back, but none of them had any. How many numbers, right? They love the kid. Nick Harburg. I mean, he's a speedster
Yeah.
and a physical presence, but he had some problems catching the ball. So, we'll see. They are a big play offense with Lenore's, right?
Okay.
That's what I mean, whether it's with his legs where he can absolutely kill you, and we saw that in person last year,
Yep.
and or with his arm where he can scramble and off schedule then hit you over the top, right? I mean, he's a big play guy. I'm a big Lenore Sellers guy. I think the dude is a stud, an absolute stud. I mean, I want him. I'm gonna watch him this year, especially on a team that now needs him to be the guy because that defense is not going to be anywhere near as good as it was last year with the players that they lost to the NFL.
Yeah.
And
So you're saying he's better than Marcel?
you
So you're
know,
saying-
I
I'm just asking. I don't know. I mean,
I'm saying
yes.
yes right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
By the end of this year, we may be talking differently. I don't know,
think you
but
will.
he's had a little bit more time in the pocket, right? He's had a little more time as a quarterback, so I think he's a little further along in the process. But I don't know. I'd take Marcel.
So you have Lagway, Green, and Lenore. Who are you taking? Lenore?
Lenore's.
And who's the second best? Lagway?
Man, if I could,
Green's pretty good.
yeah. If somebody would tell me, yeah, Lagway's gonna be healthy, I'd take Lagway. Yeah,
Because all three of those guys, I mean, to me, they've run a lot.
yeah.
They have cannons
Mm-hmm.
for arms. Is their accuracy that good? Or what are their weapons like? I don't know. So I think our secondary has a big advantage. It all comes down to coaching. I mean, we should win this game and playing at Kyle Field. It should be. We need to get revenge. It should be a revenge game.
Yeah, the defense lost 9 players to the NFL.
9 starters or just 9 contributors?
9 players. 5 guys that got drafted. Those guys are starters, right?
For South Carolina?
Yes.
That's embarrassing.
Yes.
They had more guys get drafted than Aggies did.
The safety, Evan Warner, I think was a big part of that defense last year, the defensive line. I mean, they lost some important pieces in that.
Is Beamer doing a good job there?
Yes, I think he is.
Yeah, I think he is too. It's kind of scary. I mean,
but they do bring back Dylan Stewart, who last year as a freshman, had, I don't know, lots of sacks,
yeah, but a lot of that happens when you have a lot more talent around you. You can't focus on one guy. What happens when you focus on? Does he even get a lot of sacks against the Aggies?
Well,
did he play that offensive line? No.
And you're right, because he's going to have to be the guy now.
Exactly.
He wasn't the leading sack guy last year. They had another guy on the other side, big time
Exactly.
player. So, all right. So, what do you think? Prediction?
Aggies at home.
At home.
I think there'd be a bunch of big plays in this game. I think it's going to be a higher scoring game than what people are thinking. I'm thinking 38-31, something like that. Maybe
I'm right there.
Maybe it goes a little bit higher. Maybe 45-38. I mean, it's going to be like a touchdown game, but I think be high scoring. What you got?
Yeah, I'm thinking 38-35, 41-35, somewhere in that range, right there. Look, we're not going to spend a lot of time on this. After that, Sanford coming to Kyle Field. It's a bye.
It's going to be ugly.
This will be a nice week to get all the young players into the games. Let's get the backup offensive line in there to get a ton of reps. Back up the secondary in there to get a ton of reps.
These are a lot of long runs in this game.
This is a game that we need to be able to make sure to get those young guys experience because those young guys in the secondary and on the offensive line are going to have to play next year. By the way,
it's true.
They're all the guys that are
losing.
Yeah, we're losing a ton.
We're going to be the team we're talking about, like these other teams. They lost all their offensive linemen. They're like all.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
And so you got to get them reps here.
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
48-6 or something like that.
That's fine. That sounds about right. I think that might be the score at halftime.
Texas in Austin to end the season.
Yeah.
Look, this is the most anticipated game last year.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Not only was it the comeback of the rivalry, not only was it night.
You said this in Austin? This is in Austin?
It's in Austin.
Okay.
But on top of that, it was for a spot in the SEC championship game, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Like, so last year, it's kind of a big deal. Look, Texas clearly a pretty good team last year. 13-3, lost twice to Georgia, and then Ohio State in the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
They scored about 33 points a game. That's 29th in the country. They only gave up 50.3. With as much as credit as Sark gets as a coach, this team, the last 2 years when they've had success, has been because of a defense has been dominant. Defense has been dominant. They got the same defense coordinator, by the way, but they've lost a lot of talent. This defense is really what made this team last 2 years. We saw it against the Aggies. We saw it against the Aggies where our offense, I mean, that is the most it struggled all year. With Marcel Reed at quarterback is against Texas for sure. 12 players drafted.
It's a lot.
And another dozen guys signed undrafted free agent contracts.
It's ridiculous.
The offense.
Are they building that much talent there? It must be. I mean, we're not getting that from A&M.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I mean, we had the #1 recruiting class years ago, and they all transferred out, and not many of them got drafted. Not by that, not from A&M.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
It is frustrating. This offense replaces 9 players, right?
Okay, are you talking about the quarterback being replaced?
Yeah, of course I am.
That's an upgrade.
Is it?
Yeah, he's more mobile.
I don't know. I don't know if it's an upgrade. I guess I got to see Mark Manning play against actual competition.
You're just a hater.
I'm not a hater.
Is your running back being replaced?
Well, they are replacing a running back, but the starters, look, they're going to be fine at running back.
I think they'll be fine everywhere.
They're going to be fine at running back. They're replacing 4 offensive linemen.
They're the preseason #1 team in the nation. You're talking about, they got problems.
Oh, look, they're getting all this love because of Arch Manning, and I'm going to tell you right now, this offense is taking a step back.
I think you're wrong.
This offense is taking a step back behind an offensive line that doesn't have any experience, with wide receivers that are not the guys that were there last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, I can see that.
Their tight end's gone.
And we're talking about the last game of the season. You know what that means? They played together all the year.
Correct.
So, I mean,
what I'm telling you is that the talent's not as good as it was last year.
This is all a guesstimate for us right now. I mean, we're experts, people. Don't think we are experts. You can see our betting stat, and it's obvious we're experts. We don't lose.
Look, incorporating the quarterback run is going to help this offense a little bit, but I don't think that they're going to run him that much and call plays because they can't lose Arch Manning. They don't have a backup that they're going to hand the ball to and be good. They don't. That doesn't exist on that roster. So I believe this offense does take a step back because of the talent that they lost. I think they're going to be horrible? No. Their running game is still going to be pretty good. Their running backs are good. They got talent. They still got talent.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, but I think that this offense still, even at the end of the year, it's not going to be as good as it was last year. We did a pretty good job against this offense last year. They moved the ball and we got some turnovers. But, we did a pretty good job defensively. I think this is coming down to the other side of the ball, though, to be honest. I think when it comes right down to it, when you look at this, for Texas, they got some pieces coming back on defense. They lost some guys, right? Barron is gone, right? The safety.
Yeah, they
lost. Right? They got some pieces and gone. They lost their interior defensive line. Basically, the entirety of the interior depth chart on the defensive line.
I'm not going to lie to you. What did they do to us last year to beat us in Caulfield? They throw the ball, run the ball, anything they wanted to?
Well, they absolutely suffocated us defensively is what they did. Okay.
And they lost a lot of those players?
They lost the defensive tackles, yeah. They got look, do they have talent still on defense? I think they can rush the passer like crazy with Simmons.
Yeah.
Right?
Marcel's mobile enough to get away from that. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what bothers me. This game's in Austin. I think this will be our second loss of the season. I don't know what it is. Just Arch, I think, is good. I mean, they're preseason #1. I'll tell you, I think we should talk about this game more after the Ohio State game.
For sure.
Texas has.
No, we're talking about this game more.
And just right now, my gut tells me Texas wins this game like 31-28, something like right at the end of the game. They get a field goal and we're pissed. We go home mad because it's 28-28 with 3 seconds left. The guy kicks a 60-yard field goal for Texas, and
I can see that.
We lose, and now I'm like, screw Mike Elko.
In the last 2 years, Texas defense at defensive tackle lost Alfred Collins, Vernon Broughton, Byron Murphy to Andre Sweat to the LFL, right?
Yeah.
Those are 4 really good defensive tackles. And they've lost other guys. And they're trying to replace these guys with some transfers. Look, transfer portal, good, great. I think for this Aggie offense, no.
Anyway, you're talking about what they lost.
I
Have
know.
you heard about the Aggies,
Yeah.
what we've lost over the last 4 years?
100%.
I mean,
100%.
you're like, oh, they lost this guy. We can't even lose those to the NFL. I mean, we lost a few to the
100%.
NFL. We lose them to transfer portals.
Listen, my point is this.
Yeah.
My point is this.
Mhm.
That is for the Aggies to win this game. For the Aggies to win this game,
We need to outscore them.
they will have to run the football against this defense.
So if they run the ball against the defense, you don't have to outscore them to beat them?
You do have to outscore them.
Okay, I thought that was the goal.
But to outscore them, you will have to run the football against this defense. That's what I'm telling you, Corey.
Well, we should be able to. We have one of the best offensive lines in the nation. Some of the best running backs in the nation. I mean, I don't care who.
Yeah.
You give me a better running back room than A&M. I mean, I can go
5 deep.
I can battle against anybody about our running backs, our O-line right now.
Mm-hmm.
Our weaknesses, I believe, still is that the receivers and tight ends. That's our weakness on offense. That's my thought. If we were up to par where we're at on O-line and running backs, and even quarterback, I'd feel better. But
I think we're better at quarterback.
no, I'm saying we are good at quarterback. I like the quarterback, running back, and O-line. I'm not confident in tight ends and receivers.
Yeah.
If I was more confident in that, I'd say I'd be. I mean, I'm saying 10-2. That's pretty effing good.
My prediction on this game, and
Yeah, I'm sure you got the Aggies winning.
21-17.
Aggies.
Aggies in Austin. Now,
Are you even a realist?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
do you really keep it real for
Actually,
the
let me.
people that subscribe to us? I mean,
Wait.
you think the Aggies are going undefeated?
No. Let me.
You said that. You
I-
don't have them losing a game.
I don't have them losing the game. So here's where I'm gonna put a little asterisk on that.
Which one?
I'll put an asterisk on it because I think that somewhere in this season we do lose a game. I think we can win all these games. I think we end up losing one of those games. I don't think it's Texas though.
You don't think it's Texas? Is it LSU?
It could be.
Is it Notre Dame?
Could be. Yeah. It could be one of those two.
South Carolina?
I would say maybe.
So you're saying they have a chance to lose 4 games?
No, I'm saying they're going to
You
lose
said
one.
maybe. There's 4 maybes. That's I'm not.
I don't know. Listen, I don't think we're going to lose to LSU. No, I don't think we're going to lose to LSU. I think we are going to march up and down the field against LSU, even at their place.
All right.
Could it be Notre Dame? I mean, yeah, it could be.
Hey, so if we go 10-2, you won't be happy with that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're talking playoffs.
Yeah,
We're talking probably the shot at the Big 12 or the SEC title game.
Yep.
I mean, now first things first, we got to stay healthy.
Got to stay healthy.
And how do you do that?
You know,
it has a lot of that with coaching. Luck has a lot to do with coaching.
You know, and the thing with
Don't
healthy
put your guys in bad
and the
situations.
thing with healthy is
Play calling.
is also like I think we've got depth at a lot of places, right? I think we got to stay healthy at the defensive line.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of. I think we're light at the D line.
D tackles,
Receivers. I mean, if you lose Concepcion or I don't know how deep we are at receivers.
Yeah.
Running backs are real deep. I mean, hell, we lost 2 guys last year and still ran the ball effectively.
We got the freshman Jamari Morrow, who's really opened some eyes this fall too, as well.
Who?
Jamari Morrow,
Who's
freshman
that?
running back.
Okay, I was about to say who. Secondary, we're deep.
Yeah,
Linebackers, I don't know about linebackers.
I'm okay at linebacker.
Yeah,
I think we got a couple of guys behind there that are going to start opening some
so
eyes.
D line's the main focus to stay healthy, and those guys you need them on the field a lot because they're going to get hurt. I mean, it's going to happen.
You got to, and that's why you got to start developing that rotation because some of that rotation is coming from 3 freshmen too, right?
And that's
so
what pissed me off. Yeah, we were 3 to 4. I'm talking 3 or 4 deep, years, and they're all gone.
We did nothing.
We got nothing to show except for a couple guys.
That's a spot.
We got transfers starting on our defensive line the last couple years because we couldn't keep the top players that we recruited.
Defensive tackle and wide receiver, those are the spots where I think the depth is important, that health is important.
Okay. So where are we at? What are we doing?
So I think overall, I think we're,
You say
I say
you're saying 11-1
I'm
now?
saying 11.
All right, I'm saying I can't believe I'm saying 10-2. That's a little high still. Johnny Football over here saying 8-4.
Yeah, that's what Johnny Football said.
There he goes.
Look, some people are gonna say, Alejo, you're out of your mind, you're optimistic. This is last time I'm gonna say it, but I'm today anyway. Probably.
Go ahead. What?
I think this team has got a Johnny-like figure in Marcel Reed as a leader at the quarterback position.
That's putting a lot
As
of
a
pressure.
leader
And listening
at the
that's
quarterback at this team for this team. A true take control of a team leader kind of guy. He makes big plays. He's explosive. That adds a dimension that this offense has not had in years. The explosivity. The dude has that. And now I think
is that a
he's
word?
got some.
Explosivity.
I'm an attorney, dude. Of course it is.
Okay, just making sure. Explosivity. I need to look that up.
And then you add to that the pieces that they put around him at wide receiver also allows for some explosive plays, not to mention Reuben Owens, who we think has got that potential as well. This
Good.
is the first time since before Jimbo that we're going to have an offense that threatens the entire field. And I am absolutely just itchy to see it.
Okay. Right? I mean, I'd love to see it myself, but I think Reuben Owens and Bussy are all league talents. If you can focus on them, Moss is already there. Yeah, I'm not sold on Concepcion and these other receivers I don't know about. But I mean, we're not even talking about Daniels, right?
I love Amari Daniels. I think Amari Daniels.
We haven't said much about him. I'm sure you do love him.
No. I think
all you're talking about is Marcel. I mean, I'm talking. We got Moss NFL talent.
Yeah.
Is Bussy NFL talent?
Yeah, he will be.
Reuben Owens?
Yeah, he will be.
Okay.
I still got to see Reuben Owens grow as far as a runner inside. But
I hope you're right about Marcel being the next Johnny. But I mean, that's a lot of that's.
Bring that back. Bring it back a little bit. Johnny-esque presence.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. What's the next?
Look, questions from the tailgate brought to you by Matthews Electric, full service electrical contractor in the Brazos Valley. No job too big, no job too small. Call Blade at 979-220-6403. Light up your home, light up your life.
There you go.
All right, who are the team MVPs?
Moss on offense and defense. Chappelle. I think Chappelle's going to be dominant because I think they're going to give him the freedom to either get after the quarterback or plug the nickel position. You know what I'm saying?
I love those picks. I really do.
And that's weird to say. I think Chappelle's going to be more of a linebacker-esque than he is going to be a cover guy.
And so you're believing, Moss is going to be 100%. They're going to hand him the football.
I'm hoping. I mean, I think we have a great offensive line. Moss is a good running back. I was thinking Bussy, but I haven't seen enough out of that guy. Or Owens. Those are two surprise players. If we get a lot out of those guys, whoo, son.
No, those are great both wrong though, but they're great.
Wrong.
Yeah. It's
Marcel Reed. I was about to go with Scooby.
Marcel Reed. It's the MVP on offense. I don't think anybody has any surprise that I'm saying that.
I'm not surprised.
If you've been listening to the podcast,
I'm not surprised.
You knew that was the answer. Right. But defensively, this is where I'm going to
shock you. Will Lee.
No. This is where I'm going to shock you.
You love some Will Lee.
I do love some Will Lee.
All right, go ahead.
DJ Hicks.
What?
DJ Hicks.
I'll tell you, if that defensive line is good, then it'll be DJ Hicks, but I don't know how good they're going to be.
I think, look, and maybe this is more hope than think, right?
Yeah.
But
I can't believe he said Albert Regis.
He has to be.
What a dick.
He has to be a difference maker on that defensive line for this defense to be where it needs to be, I think.
Okay.
I think he has to. And if he is a difference maker, I think that makes him that MVP. That's my opinion. DJ Hicks. Could be Hal. Where do the 2025 Aggies end up?
Well, I already said 10-2. That's probably right there going into the SEC championship game against, I don't know who they're going to be playing.
Next week.
Yeah, we'll start seeing that. But, I mean, I don't know if they'll win that. And if they make the playoffs, I'd say maybe they win at 10-2.
Who made the playoffs?
Yeah, you're in the playoffs, but what seed are you? Probably a 7 or an 8. So you're playing probably some Big Ten school that's
In Aggieland, maybe?
maybe. So I mean, yeah, they might win a game in the playoffs. So a game or two. I mean, because some of the teams they have going. I mean, are you Clemson's good, but are they that good?
I think they're pretty darn good because they bring a lot of experience. I like their new defense coordinator. I think he's going to be a lot better
Yeah,
defensively.
yeah,
They struggled defensively last year. That's how they lost games.
yeah.
So I do think I think they're a national championship contender, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think this team, I mean, we've already talked about it in the record, right? But I do. I think they're in the SEC championship game.
All right.
I think they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, they probably win it all.
And they're going to win at least one game in the playoff.
100.
We'll have to wait a little longer for me to go past that.
Go fast.
All right.
All right. So we got the Aggies in the playoffs. Evidently, that's where we're at, guys.
Ags Tailgate believes in the Aggies. You remember that. You got the mouse over there, Corey?
Yep.
All right. Gig 'em Aggies. Next time from the tailgate.
Holla.
Hello. Do it again.